Hi, everyone. Okay, I totally didn't know that he was going to say that about the bachelor thing. That's embarrassing. But hi, I'm Raymond Braun, and as was mentioned, for 3 incredible years, I had the honor of leading LGBT marketing and community engagement for YouTube before starting my own company and my own channel, YouTube channel last year, both focused on empowering LGBTQ youth. Last summer, I had the opportunity to be part of a massive YouTube collaboration in which YouTubers were asked to make a video talking about someone who they consider a role model and someone who really inspires them. And when I was asked to make that video, I didn't have to think for a second. One name immediately popped to mind, and that was Jennings. I can never get tired of clapping for Jazz. Named one of the 25 most influential teens in the world by Time magazine for 2 years in a row, Jazz is a trailblazer for trans youth and an incredible advocate and leader for our community. With the support of her loving family, Jazz began her transition at the age of 5. At 6, she appeared on 2020 in a groundbreaking interview with her family, hosted by Barbara Walters. Since then, she shared her story with pretty much every major news outlet around the world, as well as everyone from Oprah Winfrey and Katie Couric to 2 United States presidents. Last summer, Jazz and her family debuted I Am Jazz on TLC, a docuseries that follows Jazz's life as a teenager who's balancing school, sports, family, friends, dating, and more. Through sharing her story on her show, her YouTube channel, her interviews, and speaking engagements, Jazz is a beacon of hope and inspiration for trans youth and their families, while also educating viewers about the challenges that trans youth face all across our country and the world. So I could continue listing out Jazz's incredibly impressive accomplishments, everything from being the first ever trans spokesmodel for Clean and Clear, to releasing her first book, I Am Jazz, in 2014, and penning her upcoming memoir, Being Jazz, My Life as a Transgender Teen. But I just want to take a moment to also share a little bit about the Jazz that I've had the great honor of getting to know. The Jazz who loves computer science and coding, the Jazz who loves hot chocolate from Ghirardelli, creating photo edits and artwork, and singing her heart out while she gets ready for school. As a result of being so visible, Jazz has confronted cyberbullying and transphobic comments on social media, and she's even faced discrimination in her own community, at school and on the soccer field. But Jazz is a fighter. She is a tireless advocate who spreads a powerful message of equality, authenticity, and acceptance for all. Jazz and her parents founded the Trans Kids Purple Rainbow Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting transgender youth and their families. They've also stood up to change policies and create a more equal playing field for trans people all across the country. I am so humbled and honored to introduce all of you to a person who inspires me every day and who I believe perfectly demonstrates the incredible potential that can be unleashed when LGBTQ youth are loved, supported, and encouraged unconditionally. So please join me in welcoming my LGBTQ hero, HRC Youth Ambassador, Jennings.
Isn't Raymond just like amazing? I love him. I just want to take him home with me. Okay. It's so great to be here speaking at Time to Thrive again this year. So much has happened this past year, and not just in my world. I know my family and I are the subjects of a docuseries, but so much more is going on. It was a historic year for the LGBTQ community. Marriage equality, Caitlyn Jenner shared her story, and our president said the word transgender in the State of the Union address for the first time in history. On a personal note, I'm very proud to say that my children's book, I Am Jazz, co-written by the lovely Jessica Herthel, reached more families than I ever thought possible, in spite of the fact that some terrible anti-LGBT groups tried to block it. In December, an elementary school in Wisconsin planned to read I Am Jazz in order to support one of its first graders who was transitioning. A Florida-based hate group found out about the reading and demanded that the school ban the book or else face a lawsuit. But the parents of that community refused to be bullied. They set up their own I Am Jazz event at their local library, and with the help of HRC, Jessica Herthel was able to fly out to Wisconsin to read the book in person. 60 chairs had been set up in the common area, but 600 people came to the reading in support. And not a single protester, so I think that's just amazing. Within a week, the school district had revised its school policies to be trans-inclusive. This shows us that change is possible and that communities are ready to support all their kids. We also won a different battle, and if you haven't guessed already, it's the bathroom debate. A politician from my state tried to pass a law that would make it illegal for transgender people like me to use the correct restroom. There was even an article entitled, "Florida Legislator Wants to Put Transgender Youth Jazz Jennings in Jail." Crazy stuff, but it brought back some painful memories. In my elementary school, each classroom had one gender-neutral bathroom with no locks, so basically anyone could walk in on you. How scary for a kid like me, can you even imagine? Then there was a campus bathroom that was designated male and female, which were used a lot when the kids went to lunch, PE, art, media, and music. These were the bathrooms I was banned from. When I wasn't in my classroom, the school administration only allowed me to use the nurse's bathroom, where kids came in with fevers, stomach aches, bad cuts, and bloody noses. As you can imagine, I was horrified to use this infirmary restroom. As a result, I would often hold my bladder and have accidents. I'd also sneak into the girls' bathroom when I thought no one would notice, until the day I got caught. I was reprimanded by a teacher, and I was told that I'd be sent to the principal if I tried to sneak in again. Can you imagine getting in trouble just for using a bathroom? I mean, crazy, right? Fortunately, by the time I was in 5th grade, we got a new principal, and our local school board passed a policy to protect the rights of all gender nonconforming students. I was finally just allowed to pee in peace. I'm happy to say that I'm now a freshman in high school, and the administration supports my rights 100%. My wonderful principal made it clear that I'd always be treated like all the other girls. I used the girls' bathroom and even the locker rooms. I planned the girls' teams in sports, and I could wear what all the other girls wear. Although my school has a uniform policy, so the uniforms are like, I don't really get a decision, but I get to wear, so it's boring. Overall, 2015 was a great year for the LGBTQ community in our country, but this wasn't the case for everyone. There was a record-breaking number of transgender women murdered this year, at least 21 to be exact, which doubled from 2014. And as many of you know, LGBTQ youth still face bullying, harassment, and discrimination. While I have the support of my family and my school, other LGBTQ youth aren't so lucky. And even for those who do have support, it can feel really difficult at times to face the world. Close to half of transgender kids like me attempt suicide before they reach adulthood. These statistics show us that there is still so much more that needs to be done. Let's all work together to pave the way for future generations of transgender youth to live better lives. By the way, generations is like my new favorite word. But seriously, the hatred, cruelty, bullying, rejection, and discrimination must stop. No more suicides and no more murders. Too many loved ones have been lost. I consider myself a lucky kid now. There are teachers and administrators in my school that support me and that I can turn to if I need something. I have incredible resources that many kids like me don't have, but back when I was younger, things could have been a lot better. Gender nonconforming kids need adults like you to advocate for them. Every school district in the country should have a policy protecting kids like me. Each of you has the power to change these horrific statistics. Be a member to an LGBTQ youth. Make them feel safe. Have an open door policy. I'm only one person, but my hope is that through my voice, you will hear the voice of all transgender youth everywhere. And by speaking today, my message will spread from you to others. That's why you have to do everything in your power to fight for our right to be treated equally, to be supported, and to be respected for who we are. I hope that you will all check out the Transgender and Gender Expansive Workshop track. I believe that all educators and service providers need to know everything possible about transgender youth, what our identities mean to us, how to support us, what kind of unique needs we have, and what challenges we face. Thank you everyone for being here. It It means so much to me that you gave up a weekend to come to learn better ways to support LGBTQ students. Knowing that at least one adult cares can make the difference in the world to transgender youth. Be that person. You can make a difference and change a life forever.